Hey folks, this is One for the Road, a John Caldwell podcast exploring Mississippi highway issues and infrastructure challenges. Here there's one person and one voice standing up for the road you travel, the road less traveled, the road in most need, and ultimately the road ahead. Each episode we will shed some light on the who, what, when, and why mysteries that leave many of us scratching our heads, searching for better answers. This is Commissioner John Caldwell. Thanks for listening to One for the Road.
Season 2, Episode 1, How About Them Cowboys? Welcome back. This is Season 2, Episode 1, our 11th podcast of One for the Road with John Caldwell. So just how good is good enough? As we at MDOT and the Transportation Commission move forward into a new year and face a new legislative session, that timeless question endures. How good is good enough? Ever since my early childhood, and certainly outside of politics, I've been encouraged by a large circle of family and friends not to break my arm patting myself on the back. I still believe in that advice. However, on business resumes and throughout politics, we do promote our achievements and focus on the good things we have done, are doing, or simply been a meaningful part. Some self-promotion is fine, but candid self-awareness can be more valuable. Self-assessments, short-term, mid-range, long-term, even generational plans and planning are all around us. Businesses, governments, nonprofits, families, individuals, all do it with varying degrees of success. Planning is one thing, but success is another story. Success in life, leadership, and government can sometimes be hard to define, so sporting analogies come up often. In any sport, the wins and losses are the quintessential measure. Championships are the goal and the ultimate measure of true success. At the risk of drifting too far from our transportation conversation, I'll try my own sports analogy. NFL fans remember all too well the last time the Dallas Cowboys won a Super Bowl. It was 1996. It's been nearly 30 years. It's been even longer, however, since Mississippi highway funding was substantially increased. Still, certain Super Bowls under certain Cowboys coaches and quarterbacks spark some great or agonizing memories depending on where your allegiances lie. Not to anyone's surprise, the Cowboys franchise began with a winningless first year. Then they drafted Bob Lilly, among others, and were on their way to building the first of many complete and competitive teams. A host of other decisions led to the Cowboys' NFC Championship game appearance in their 7th season. They lost a few Super Bowls along their journey, tagging them at one point as the perennial next year's champions, until they finally won the big game in 1972. They eventually won 8 NFC championships and 5 Super Bowls. But who of us, if any, remembers their seasons of old that preceded their success, like the years prior to the first Dallas Cowboys winning era, or their eventual crowning as America's team, or the several years preceding the last championship run some 30 years ago? A wait until next year optimism comes and goes with some actions and inaction, as well as good decisions and bad, some more apparent than others. But the wait until next year reality is a heavy weight to bear for the current Cowboy players, coaches, and fans sitting out the playoffs again. MDOT at times seems to be the Dallas Cowboys of state government. Let me say that again. MDOT at times seems to be the Dallas Cowboys of state government. Maybe next year, or even the next year. The MDOT talent is legitimate. The team leadership is proven. The stage is set year after year and improvements are made. Anticipation mounts and hopes are high. Then we hit the field and wait and watch while the wins are few. The grand possibilities fade into mere hopes for a better day ahead. We settle into lower expectations and even accept that the championship is out of reach. Maybe next year, or the next. Our roster based on skill and talent alone should be experiencing greatness. Let's not get sidetracked trying to visualize who plays the role as the legislative embodiment of Jerry Jones. That's a topic for another day. Let's make some moves that put us in a better position to win now, win consistently, and win big. Our recently published 3-year plan may be setting us up for slightly better days, but it's certainly not a playbook that will win us any championships. In simple terms, we leave too much and too many projects out of it, our best available snapshot in time. The Dallas Cowboys have been planning for next season for a while now. The just wait until next year fans were forced to begin their course way too early this season as the wins and losses went in the wrong direction. I, for one, am not ready to sing in the wait until next year choir when it comes to our highways. We should see some wins now. We should see some new construction this year and see new money this session. MDOT projects, even small ones in North Mississippi, that may or may not be on the 3-year plan, continue to get the wait until next year tag as recurring revenue falls far short of massive needs. If we don't watch it, our own players and coaches, so to speak, will begin giving up on making some smaller things better now. We push projects out for years with timelines, tasks, and processes which could have been easily completed within our existing budget at a faster pace. We still have time this year to rack up some wins that matter. And as they say, a win is a win. Some observers in Jackson are already thinking we may need to wait until after next election cycle to expect any wins for state highways in this legislature. Please, a new state leadership team is years away. We should act now and act like we mean business. It's never too late to do the right thing. When it comes to our state highways and bridges, the right thing should be obvious. First, take better care of what we have. Too many miles of our state highways are in poor condition. Too many of our bridges are posted for lower weights than the trucks are hauling. Too many potholes and shoulders wait too long for repair. Too much trash is scattered along our rights-of-way. Too many limbs need cutting. Too many guardrails need repairing. Too many signs need replacing. It's the basic blocking and tackling of our team. Without better and better funded highway maintenance, we'll continue to lose more than we win. Our daily maintenance is lagging, as is our starting pay for highway maintenance crews. It takes a higher pay scale to get more of the workers we need. $12 an hour for starting pay is not enough, and it will take legislative action to fix it properly. Either get the starting pay up with direct legislative action or pass legislation that enables the commission to do it. Let's do the right thing now, and let's do it without robbing Peter to pay Paul. Additional recurring revenue for MDOT, preferably out of existing undesignated state revenue now, is needed to address such basic shortfalls. It takes a larger budget to contract for more paving and bridge upgrades. Our highways and bridges will always need maintenance, and it's more costly when we wait. Inflation at any rate will always hurt a flat budget, and ours is now and has been flat for decades. MDOT's budget, in simple terms, was up to $1.33 billion over 10 years ago. That's well before many legislators began their first term. Today, it has risen only modestly, up to $1.44 billion. If we had kept up with inflation, we'd have been at $1.8 to $2 billion by now. But it first takes admitting there is a problem in order to fix a problem. So what happens if we wait? How about them Cowboys? They're sitting out the playoffs again. It's over for them this year. We still have the ability to rack up some victories. Road wins, if you will. How about them highways, y'all?
Thanks again for listening. New podcast episodes will be shedding more light on unique transportation challenges across Mississippi. If you've enjoyed this and are ready for more, please hit the like button below, make a comment, place a review, or share this podcast with a friend. And join our following on Commissioner John Caldwell Facebook page. Until next time, slow down, drive in the right lane, and watch out for that pothole.